Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. Well, 5 days a week we go, 9 hours a day we go, 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day, and let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Don't take anything personally. Your truth is only personal to you. This card's a trip. Your own opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements and are personal to you. It's no one's truth but your own. But yours. Your own. I love it. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 2, NASDAQ down 5, S&P's off 1.5, gold contract down $10, trading at $1,602 an ounce. Silver flat at $27.85 an ounce. Platinum up $11 at $1,398 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.35 a pound. Light sweet crude up 69 cents, trading out at $93.42 a barrel. Bonds down 1.5 at 147.13. King dollar up 7 ticks, trading out at 82.56, and the euro is down 9, trading at 123.23. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay. We get to 1410, close out at 1402, do 564 million shares. Now, we've had, no doubt, since the 6th, I can make a case even earlier than that, but from the 6th of August, we've gone sideways each and every day. Dramatically lighter volume. Today we did 564 million. Now, you should be banging out at higher price here, 1 billion and 1.2. Can't handle it. So what do we have today? Okay, so we got to the 1410. You closed at 1400. Now, what you did is you closed, so we got to a higher high, failed the swing point, all of the above. So what we also did, though, is this. We got far enough into the bar from the last few days that that's saying that it's not a big deal, but how we come down will be a big deal. So we're going into Wednesday. We're at 1401. 5 points down. It's not that 5 points is a huge amount either. It is a huge amount because if we get back inside that 1394.16 range, 7 points down, I guess, it's a big number. And this is why. Well, it would be a big number if, in fact, we expanded with volume simultaneously. So it's a major failure. We'll see whether we can get back inside that. We go to the Dow Industrials. You look at the Dow. The Dow Industrials are set up the exact same way. What you have with the Dow got into the higher high, got into the 13,229, closed out at 13,172. Now, watch if you want to see something that's very subtle in the marketplace, folks. This is what you can get out of the Dow. This is pretty cool. So, on May 1st, May 1st is the high of the Dow. If you're in your car, I'm going to do this real slow so you can really kind of grasp it and still watch the road. So our high on May 1st was 13,338. The low of that day, folks, was 13,174. Well, what we've done is this. We got up into the 13,223. So we got halfway up the bar, and guess what? It failed. Same setup there, meaning that you got into the bar, you couldn't handle the bar, you failed coming off the bar. Now, last time that we failed coming off that bar, May 1st, what does the Dow do? We go from 13,300 straight down to 12,072. So you went down 1,300 points or 130 S&P points. The amount of information that will get released tomorrow will give us a heads up what type of down leg we will get. And it's going to absolutely have to do with will we get an expansion of volume or not. If the price comes back and the volume is still dead in the vine, that's saying that, you know what, the top of that Dow price point wants to get hit. Okay, now let's talk about the NASDAQ and the small caps. The NASDAQ and the small caps are dead meat. They just can't handle it. NASDAQ today got to 3034. Anemic volume once again, 1.5 billion, gave it up on price, just couldn't handle it. The small caps are the weakest. They're the weakest out there in an extraordinary way. What you have with the Russell 2000, we take a look at the Russell. Russell 2000 out here is trading at 796. That has never made it into the larger range. If we go look at the IWM, what you're going to see is this. So the IWM did 25 million shares, tried to get to a higher high, was going into 50 million, couldn't handle it. IWM tomorrow, as we start moving down, we'll see whether we get any traction on the way down. Now, let's go over to the dollar index. Dollar index, bonds, gold, they're all moving today, folks. So, dollar index. We got to a low of 82.25. You did 15,000 contracts. Well, guess what? You were going into 37,000 contracts. That's a rejection of lower price. 15,000 versus 37,000. Bottom line, what that still wants to do is climb and go back up to the 84.25 high. Bonds, we go to the bond market. Bonds got smoked out here today. We come down 147.13. Now this one's going to get really wild, and this is why. We did 300,000 contracts, which is a big number. The 300 is going into 358. But when you do 300 and 358, that's a big number, folks. So bonds are saying we are at 147.13. The original break topside in bonds is 146.29. That's only 15 more ticks down. I suspect we're going to go after that. You know, and we'll see if, in fact, the amount of contracts and the force down is there. Now, if it is, this is what you have. If we will go after the 147.10. We went after it today. We hit it today. You hit it with 45,000 lighter contracts. But that is a lot. But let me tell you, when you get that close, that wants to hit it again. If you break that with volume, that's an ABC down. That's going to be a whole different dynamic. And if that's what happens, and here's what the divergence. Let me go to the gold contract for a second, because I want to show you there's divergence out here today, and this is what it is. So gold, what does gold do? Gold goes down $10. We do 109,000 contracts. Now, that's not enough to break lower lows. The gold is going into 159,000, 109, 159. Where the divergence comes in is this. Markets today basically were flat. Bonds are down 1.5. When the market goes lower, bonds like to go higher. The money runs into that whole area. What we did have is that we had a very fast market. There she is. 1 second. Okay. ESU2. Coming into the close out here today, folks, was the action. And so this is what we had into the close. I put this up on a... It looks like it was just a flat market, but let me tell you something. There's a seller out there, and it's a huge institution, and they're not... It's pretty amazing. We went from 1402 to 1397 with 98,000 contracts on the way down. Popped out again. Bottom line, that is a monster seller, and that isn't the first time they've been in here. They were in here a couple days ago, twice. That's telling me that, you know what you're going to see is that the seller will come back and see what's laying underneath these lower prices, meaning at the 1395 level. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at some of the high-volume stocks in a low-volume market. We had Bank of America up 6 cents. Group bond, folks, is dead meat. Group bond was down $2.04, trading out at $5.51. That's an ABC structure, by the way, on the way down to $3, and that's only a 1-to-1 ABC down. Facebook, another huge problem. That's down $1.22 at 20.38, and Thursday, it's wide open Thursday for the first 200 million to get sold into the marketplace. EMC was down $1. We had Home Depot up $1.89. Michael's Kors is selling a lot of high-end stuff. That was up $6.98. We take a look at some of the large caps out here. We had Caterpillar down 74. Coca-Cola was up 8. DuPont was down 9. Big Blue was down 72 cents. Big Mac was up 22. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.